Hey, what's up guys? Well, let's go back here, and today we are going to be playing some Reno Mage. Um, Yesterday I said this deck is not as good as it was in the current meta, and I stand by that. And I got a couple comments saying that, like, what are you saying Mage is bad? Mage is not bad. Um, I want to show you guys what it's actually like playing Mage, because I feel like if you guys don't play it and you just keep your one-off experiences playing against it where they do high roll, yes, the deck is very, very good, but it's again, it's a deck that high rolls, and if the deck high rolls, well, you lose. Same thing with aggro, believe it or not. So, yeah. Anyways, how about we kill the first one, and let's see how it goes. Alright. First game. Okay. So this should actually be a pretty favorable matchup. Hardwall everything here. So the reason this should be a fairly favorable matchup is typically Death Knights are a little bit slower. I mean, obviously, if it is unholy, just straight, even unholy or unholy, it's gonna be a little bit rougher. But a general, something I kind of realized is, for the most part, this deck, or this class, just feels a little bit slower. Which is a good thing for Mage, right? The current Mage deck, right, this is not great. One of my Renos are all turned off now. Oh, my, heal Reno, as well as Zephrys are turned off. It's really bad, actually. If he does Hellia me on curve, I'm pretty sure I lose. Oh, unlucky. But yeah. So, I actually want to, I guess, explain more in depth my point of view of Mage right now. And I don't want it, it's going to come across as me saying Mage is bad. But that's not what I'm saying, if that makes sense. Mage is very interesting, and definitely depending on rank, I feel the deck could be better or worse. I feel like if you're playing at like the top level, Mage is broken, and I feel like if you're playing at the bottom, like at the lowest and the highest, like both extremes, I feel like Mage. I have to throw this away. That's 0. I have no 0, 8, 9. I can just coin this out. That's fine, I guess. I don't draw anything, which really sucks, but I was hoping to draw one, but oh well. I don't want to just waste the mana. Also my hand is like really, really bad right now. But yeah, I feel like on both extremes, the deck is really good. I feel like if you're in the middle, the deck seems better than it is. And I feel like this deck, oh my god, it's been forever since I've seen this. This card used to be like one of the best cards in the game. This card on 2, we coined this on 2 on a random 1-drop, or played on 3 on a 2-drop, was insanely broken. I need to kill this. He actually did get a weapon. I should have done that there. Yeah. So, and when you're playing in the middle, Mage, I think it's skewed. Where again, this goes for everyone. Basically don't really care who you are. It's legitimately, I feel, goes for everyone. You either normally when people play card games, and I've noticed also a lot in Magic. I have to take this. Hoping to give him a coin. I would have liked to take Climactic, but I feel like it is the wrong choice. You tend to remember the games you lose more than the games you win. That's just kind of how it goes. So I feel like most people don't remember the 4 games that they play against Mage where they don't draw Ice Block, they don't draw Solid Alibi, they're too slow to start looping it. But they'll remember the game where they lost. They'll remember the game where they lost to them looping it, because them looping it is significantly less fun to play against. Right? So when we actually think about it that way, and less in the way of this deck is broken because it can do something that's really, really unfair, that's kind of bullshit and not really fun, well, it is what it is. And I mean, I actually lose this game and I don't even come close to winning. See, this is what I mean, right? Mage, you have to play so much in the deck to make it playable. Reno's my only good draw here. I'm gonna play this, which delays me a turn. Oh, I still can't. Reno's still turned off. Doesn't matter anymore. Oh. But yeah, you need so much shit, I find, to go right playing Mage. That, especially for new players, I think Mage is really, really bad. I guess, okay, yeah. So if you're brand new to the game, I think the deck is bad just because of how, I won't say complex it is, but what's easier to play, realistically? Aggro Priest, Even Shaman, or Hostage Mage? The answer is Aggro Priest and Even Shaman, right? Then you have a little bit more experience, and I would say Hostage Mage is pretty good, because also, if you are slightly better than the average person you're playing against, especially at that rank, I'd say plat and below, Hostage Mage is really, really good, because the people won't really know how to play around it. They won't be teching for it. And they'll, again, it's some of those people that will just see Mage and then will already be tilted just because they see Mage. Kind of how I get sometimes when I play against Questline Warlock, where I feel like I lose a lot of games to Questline Warlock more because I just get tilted seeing it than because I'm, the deck is good, So I feel like for those, this deck is really good. But when you start getting into even mid, say 1,000 to 500 Legend, Diamond 5, everyone's playing tech for it. So your aggro decks have the tech for it. Your combo decks have tech for it. Your deck, while yes, it is good, when everyone's teching for it and everyone's playing hate, your deck just starts becoming bad. Even though the cards themselves are good, it just becomes worse. Because, again, if your opponent plays the card that prevents your secrets from triggering and then they just kill you, you're dead, right? Your egg opponent plays Flare in their E.T.C. and look how many cards they see, right? Between the bird watching and the guy who discovers one and the other spell that discovers one, they're playing 6 ways to draw a minion in a 30 or 40 card deck. On top of that, their hero power can become tracking. They find that E.T.C. within 2 turns, and then, we'll just kill you with Flare. So, yeah, I feel like Mage is less in a good spot than people think, but people will always think the deck is really, really good because the deck, again, it is good. It's just not positioned well right now. Same thing with Shadowwalk. I think Shadowwalk is still a very, very good deck. It's just not positioned well currently in the format due to how fast things are. Also, the speed of the format currently definitely is a negative towards Mage, a deck where, if you go turn 3 Ice Block, it triggered on their turn 3, you need to have the second Ice Block on 4, and you can't just replicate it already and then play it again. So, there's a whole bunch of things that are that need to go right, I find, to win with Mage, especially when you hit the really, really fast aggro decks. That's more of what I'm getting at of when I say Mage is bad. It's just not positioned well right now, in my opinion. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe it is positioned really, really well, and I'm just really bad at it, and when I do play against Mage, I'm kind of well, I feel like I misplayed here, and that's why I lost, and less of this deck is broken, there's nothing I could have done, you know? Where sometimes against aggro, it does feel like this deck is broken, there's nothing I could have done. Especially, right, the turn 3 lethals, it's absurd. Anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting about that. I just wanted to finish saying my mind before I get interrupted by more turns in the game. So let's queue up the next game. Alright. Also, feel free, if you guys do feel differently to me on the subject, especially with Mage. I know Mage is a very polarizing topic in the game. Feel free to comment it down below and give me your reasoning as to why you think the deck is good. Because, again, there might be things I'm missing, and maybe I've played bad lists and I've played against bad players, or, you know... Yeah, I don't think I'm particularly that great at the game. Like, why, yes, I have been high legend finishes, like, in the 2 digits. Like, 72 was, I believe, the high... No, I've been 50-something, I think was highest, and I think the... Yeah, something like that. So again, I don't think I'm particularly good. I think that just straight up came down to the fact that I played like 4,000 games, I feel, in like 2 weeks. It wasn't quite that many games. So it's probably close to like 300-400 in 2 weeks. Which I would be, yeah, that sounds about right. I was at like 300 wins with Shaman, then I was at like 700. So do the math. But yeah, no, if you guys do have a differing opinion, I'm always down to hear other people's opinions, especially because I know some of my opinions are a little crazy, being someone that does like playing the more controller decks, playing less of the aggro decks, and like mostly preferring to play combo decks. Combo decks are kind of my shit. That I know that sometimes I can be very against the stuff that beats the decks I like, but I feel like everyone's like that, right? If you like aggro, I feel like you guys, like if you play a lot of aggro, I feel like you guys hate cards like Reno. I feel like you guys hate cards like Sleet Stalker, Ice Block, all those type of things, where honestly the cards, why yes they're good. Playing Mildred. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I really don't want to fucking deal with more Coldlight Oracles. But yeah, I feel like we'll have different cards that we hate or that we like and whatnot, and yeah, I mean it's perfectly fine to have different cards that people like. So if you guys have a differing opinion, please let me know. Also, with this deck starting to grow in popularity, I think Mage is even worse off than it has been. Yeah, I feel like Mage is in a very weak spot. Because again, Mildred will fuck you up. I don't care if you're playing a slower deck, and it's also one of the reasons I think that out of all the really playable, like, I think there's like, honestly, I don't think there's really a playable control deck currently in the meta. Between all the combo players, all the value decks, and all those type of things. Personally, don't really feel like there's a playable control deck. Again, I could be wrong, and I could be forgetting a deck, but control does feel very, very weak at the moment. And as if... Yeah, it just feels really, really weak, I'll be honest. I think if you want to be playing the game right now, you should go combo, or you should go aggro. And even then, it really depends what you're looking to do. Obviously, if you like aggro decks, go for aggro. If you like combo decks, go for combo. But if you're looking to hit legend as fast as possible, people are not going to like it, but it's the facts. Play aggro. Right? I don't know why, but I feel like there's some people that just don't get that. But yeah, if you're trying to hit legend as fast as humanly possible, play an aggro deck. Not because aggro is better than everything else. It's just like, hear me out. If it takes me 15 minutes to play a combo game, right, and I have a 55% win rate, so I have 55 wins over 100 games. At 15 minutes a game, say, That's what, 150, sorry, 1500 minutes. Now if my games take 5 minutes.
An embarrassment of riches.
Hold up, what's the play here? I'm gonna finish my thought in a second. Just wipes the board. Not great. I think it's fine. Yeah. So it's 1500 minutes. Now if I have a 50% win rate with my aggro deck, or say a 51% win rate, I have 51 wins over the same thing, but my games take 5 minutes. So now I'm at 500 minutes. Therefore, I could play an additional 200 games in the same amount of time. Which means I actually had roughly the same win rate overall, percentage-wise. I'd keep my 51. But, you know, if my win rate now is like 52 versus 55, all of a sudden I'm plus games, right? So if we really want to look at things deep down, it is far better to be playing an aggro deck. I just draw this and I draw this and I'm fine. I hit those and I win the game.
That rope's burning again.
A bad draw, that's a bad draw.
An embarrassment of riches.
This is just not great. This is guaranteed sleep. My hand is just so fucking expensive.
I smell gold in their waters.
By my calculations, you need to chill out.
So yeah. So if you want to hit Legend as fast as possible, then switch over to playing a fun deck that you like. I'd recommend probably going Aggro Priest. I do think it is the strongest aggro deck currently in the format. The deck is stupidly strong. Are you serious? Alright, so let's not burn those, and we win the game. Potentially. If we burn either one of those, we lose the game now, which really sucks. That is what it is. Also, I hope everybody has a beverage. I currently have myself a Coca-Cola. Draw this, burn this, this.
An embarrassment of riches.
I actually... That's wild. I did not actually expect that to work. So 1 in 3. I have to go for the 1 in 3. If I miss, I miss. I lose the game. Yeah, if I burn this, I lose the game. It is what it is. So 1 in 3. The other 2 cards feel very, very bad, not gonna lie, so. Okay. Let's use. I didn't think about just slamming this. I would have drawn 3, I would have drawn these 4. Then I would have drawn these 4, and my last shot would have been Reno. But I think I died in that scenario. So.
Fill the skies with a cascade of
That's fine. If I hit my Coldlight Drake, that's perfectly fine. I hit this game. Register cast nothing that's actually relevant.
Insanity is no excuse for bad manners.
They're all awful. Yeah, that sounds about a fair exchange. Fucking good. I'm dead again. And see, this is the issue, is the deck feels very, very slow and doesn't feel like it does anything. Again, maybe you could say, like, oh, playing the normal hostage is better, where you're just playing 2 copies of everything. The answer is no. I've played it. I played 10 games of Hostage Mage, and I think I went 1-9 overall. The deck does not feel good. Like, it just feels slow, and it feels like it doesn't do much throughout the games. Again, I might be bad. I might be playing the deck badly. Tell me down below. But, fuck, does this deck feel overrated to fuck right now? I'll be honest. Anyways, with all that being said, let's cue up the next one. Alright. You guys are about to hear fucking Badoop sounds. Eventually. There we go. Oh, no, shoot, I don't have that on. Yeah. But yeah, no, again, I know I'm gonna have people that are gonna tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when what I said about Mage. Again, I feel like you guys are allowed to your opinions. You're allowed to think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But, like, it straight up feels to me like almost every deck currently in the format counters it. This deck counters it super hard, right? Especially, like, this version is less this version of the deck is less bad against this one. Unless this is actually fucking just straight Murlocs. If it is just straight Murlocs, this is a much more interesting matchup, but the normal version, right? The one where you're playing 2S of everything. I thought about playing that one, but this one just seemed more fun, and I feel like Reno does help. It is just straight Murlocs. That's wild. This. Can I just say, I got distracted by the fact that I'm playing against just straight Murlocs. Yeah, it feels like everything counters this deck, right? Like, say Shudderwalk, right? The normal version that plays 2 of things. If you eat the Magister, and you eat the Conniving, or you pull them with rats, there is very little the deck can do to then reestablish. Like, it just can't win anymore. You can loop Ice Block, sure, but they're looping Shudderwalks and they're shuffling them into the deck with Finley. You're not doing shit. Right? And then also, I've been hearing that allegedly, Kill Jaden's getting a little bit more popular in Wild, which is really cool. The new guy who makes it so you have endless demons. I got cucked. Okay. You haven't you? And you don't have anything good in you, right? No. I need to find one of the better board wipes. And more. This is good. Alright. Do this. I'm worried because he could have another buff effect, which means that Flame Ward is a little bit less good. That's fine. I would rather have Flame Ward again. I went for that trade to make him think that maybe it's not a Flame Ward. It should be fairly obvious that it is. Oh, well, value. Yeah, doing sometimes small trades like that could play with your opponent's brain to actually get you to be a little bit advantaged. This should be another Flame Ward. This was really good. I think he overdraws here.
My hand is too full.
That's a good burn. That's a really good burn. He's not Renathal. I feel like he's drawn so many cards and he just has so many things. Yeah, this is really bad for me, huh? Well, that's a really good draw. I don't remember how this works quite, but see this, I just cast Frost Nova again. See, again, like, we were able to manage to get to a good position this game, and it allowed us to come back and win, right? So I'm not saying that the deck is bad. I'm just saying that in order to, I feel, to get to this point, a lot of things have to go right. So, yeah, I mean, again, this deck can do unfair things. Like, my opponent's not having a good time right now. Gotta wipe the board for free. Well, not quite for free, but... But I gotta go get super far ahead. If this is mana, I could also just hit Koldara and I win the game, right? Like, I love the Koldara combo in the deck. It makes it feel a little bit better, in my opinion. Yeah. Again, this game I managed to actually hit the Chip Frost Nova solid Alibi board wipe. It was pretty good, but you don't get that every game. It's just a matter of a fact, right? That's actually pretty interesting. Ooh, you got a new Lego? Oh. Oh my god, that's so much gold. Oh, that's true. I completed the big quest yesterday. Alright, so we're gonna crack some packs as well. Fuck yeah. Man, I've been looking at building new commander decks. And, man, the new Jumpstart, I want to build like fucking 3 of the commanders from there. I want to build the Shroom, because I think he just looks really silly. I want to build the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, because it's a... Oh, Puck. Because it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Legendary. Beautiful. Another one. Unlucky. Nah, it's fine. We're actually getting close now, because I think we were 4 or 5 away. Now that means we're 3 away? 4 away. So what is it? 1 neutral. Wait, I thought I had all the rogue ones. Or I thought I had one of the rogue ones. I guess I could be wrong, but... Yes, I am. Yeah. To be fair, again, I can see myself crafting this because I want to try it in a deck. I want to try playing this in a deck because I think it's really cool. These two I don't really see myself playing. Although I have seen some pictures, like some screenshots with this card being played, so maybe. But this is also super cool. I've been thinking about trying to play each class that really has like good starship cards. I've been contemplating playing, like, trying to build a deck around all of them. Actually, I was gonna play this today. I'm gonna just show you guys. But it felt really, really similar to the Big Priest wannabe deck we played yesterday, or a couple days back. The Starship one. This is, like, more control-y. I had a blast. I was playing this deck, just, like, off recording, just because I wanted to try it. It's a lot of fun. Again, I'm a fan of Big Priest, so any deck that really kind of plays like it, I'm all for. Anyways, yeah, I feel like I spent this entire video talking about my opinions on Mage, so I'm not gonna add more here. There's nothing really I can add. The again, I think the deck is good. It's just not well positioned, so it's like I wouldn't really recommend using it to grind. But that's me. Again, if you think it's great to grind with it. And then you can tell me why I'm wrong. And this way I can learn and I can get better. And if you are using it to grind and you think I'm wrong, please at least like listen to what I said and actually try to like understand it. This way, you know, you're not just saying I'm wrong without giving explanation and without understanding what I said. And if I wasn't clear enough, just ask me to be a little bit more precise and I'll reply to your comment with it. So, I've been trying to get better at replying to comments on a better basis, so, yeah. Anyways, with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. As always, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all on the next one. Peace!